Hi everybody, it's October 23rd, 2025. Um, I have been through situations where I could have ran because as life goes sometimes, we know what the outcome is going to be exactly because we've been through it before, or we could just read the signs really well. And so many times when this happens, we would just leave the situation before it ends in ugliness. But I found that when you stay in these situations that are going to end up detrimental or unpleasant, when you stay to the end, it's kind of like saving grace in a bank. By going through hardships just to see what you started through, to see it through to the end, you save up grace for future occurrences where things could go bad, but they go wrong because you paid your dues. And I'm not saying that life is exactly that transactional. Life is not transactional at all, really. But when you go through certain things just to have honor in your actions, when you know that you are going to fail, or you know that the situation you put effort into is going to fail, you know you're going to get your heart kind of stung, but you see it through anyway. You learn many things, and that prepares you to win the next time when it matters, or the next time that your life is at a crucial junction. So there are times where the circumstances of life will try to build a prison around you, but many times this prison that's trying to be built around you can be escaped from. And one of the ways to do that is to forego comfort. Because if you think about how a person that takes things as they come, maybe let's say they lose their workstation, and so they can't work anymore. So sometimes what some people would do is they'll give up and they'll look for a place to curl up in a ball and just wait for this to pass. But some others will just walk outside when they lose their workstation, and then they will acquire, let's say if you had a computer before, they will acquire a typewriter and a calculator, and they will do that work the best they can on those meager tools that they have compared to the computer where they had their old workstation. And so this person may lose the typewriter and the calculator, and so this person may still doesn't give up. So they go and they get a textbook on math from the library, and they do everything by hand. And so maybe the book gets taken away from them, and they forgot how to do the formulas that they learned. So what they would do next is gather stones and do half of the math in their head and the other half with the stones. You see what I'm saying? They progress. When things get progressively worse, they don't exactly throw away the whole endeavor. They just adapt and they find a way to make things work. So that's one way to avoid the prison that circumstances of life tries to build around you. And for another situation, let's say you have been a lonely person, and by chance you acquired a group of acquaintances, and you called them a friend because you were so desperate before to have friends. So these acquaintances you now name as friends, but it seems like they don't really care for you, and so and they treat you badly, or they say things that are hurtful to you, but the choice is yours to leave. So what some people will do is they don't want to be alone, so they will take the insults and the slights in stride. But others, they will leave, and they will leave that prison that those people try to keep them in, and they will be lonely knowing that people come into your life by the grace of God. So even though you're lonely now, you will find your true friends, and maybe you only need one friend. So you escape that prison of loneliness by the acquaintances, and you left that prison to be alone, and that's how you get out of that prison. And I could say it would be easy to say to be your own friend, but that's never the same as having another actual person or people by your side. And the prison that you truly escape from being around people that are negative to you is the prison that they build in your mind. You start to believe insults. You start to believe that most people are like these people, and that means that most people don't like you. That's the prison that they were trying to build with you in it. So when you escape from those people in that situation, in that group of acquaintances, you have freed yourself from self-deprecating mindset that they tried to build in you. Another way to free yourself from a prison is if you are lucky enough to be self-employed, and you can almost choose how much money you want that you want to make. What you will find that finances soon take over your consciousness. Your every resting thought will be about how much money can I make now. I have to keep on working because I have to keep on making money. And so the size of your bank account takes up a large size space in your mind. And the thing with finances is that it's volatile. You're always going to feel like you're in need. You're always going to feel like there's more that you could acquire, more to bring into your life to be happier. And that's the prison that money hunger makes in your mind. But if you are self-employed, you could choose when you want to work and choose how much money you want to make. And so if you take it easy and follow your passions and follow your true desires and your true aspirations, you don't have to work all the time. You can survive with enough to eat, a place to stay, gas in your car, but you don't need to make necessarily exorbitant amounts of money to feel happy. You're balancing your finances with your personal comforts, your personal actualizations. So escaping the prison that money makes around your life is a great asset to have, because that's what a lot of adults fall into, is that always feeling a lack and chasing your own tail with money. So there are many circumstances of life that will try to build prisons around you, and those are what you want to escape. You don't necessarily want to escape negative feelings. You want to escape confinement due to situations that don't necessarily require you to be a slave to. So I hope this helps. Thanks.